Okay, guys, we are live. So, for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this evening. Tonight, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign. Oops, doing a little bit of echoing. How about I fucking mute myself? Playing Greg Gillespie's very cool, boom, Barrowmaze Complete. And the rule set we're using is a modified version of Kevin Crawford's Scarlet Heroes. You can also find in the link of the description of this video the set of rules that we're using, which Dave has christened the Madhouse rules. So, with me tonight are the stars of the Wednesday night session. We'll go the order. Excuse me, you guys logged in. First up is Chad.
Hey everybody, I'm Chad. I am playing Roan Scarshorse, a half-orc demonic bloodline criminal sorcerer. That's a lot of things that he is. You can find me as @ChadwickGinther on Twitter.
And with me as well is Dave.
Hey everybody, I am Dave @DavidJForche on Twitter and Instagram, and I am playing Wes Littlefoot, halfling warrior thief ranger. I don't know. Check out the Madhouse rules. Yeah. Check out the Madhouse rules. Figure it out. We're going to kill some trolls tonight.
Nice. Yes. So let's, rather than doing a recap of last session, let's actually start with a bit of a flashback. So our scene opens and in basically like a scene of the Brazen Strumpet. So the Brazen Strumpet is full of adventurers who have returned. This takes place after the expedition to the Barrowmaze, where you recovered or helped save Arndt Cobblestone. Remember, Arndt was the priest of Crom, who is it Crom? Is that right? I think so.
Sounds right.
Yeah, Crom Crook. You had saved from that pit trap that his colleagues had left him to die in. So you guys are having sort of a big night back at the Brazen Strumpet. Arndt is quite intent on buying drinks for everybody, and he comes over to you, Wes, and I'm not sure that you were there. Were you there when he was rescued from the well?
No, I wasn't there when he was rescued.
Right. Okay. So he's introduced you. This is you two meeting each other. And Wick, I don't think Roan was there either, was he?
Oh, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Okay. So then this is kind of like a, how Khan knows Chekhov situation. We're like off screen. We assume they met. So Arndt comes over and he puts his I'm not sure what you were doing while the expedition was gone. Wes, you were maybe like double checking on bandits or something, something of your own interest. And he puts his arm around you, and Arndt is even for a dwarf is quite drunk at this point. And he says, "And I hear you're the scout that's going to help us."
Yeah. Well, of course I'm going to help you. Go kill the trolls?
No. This is before you encounter the trolls.
Oh, okay. So this is last time.
Arndt died last session.
Yeah, I was going to say he's back from the dead. Would it be something new to Wes? Somebody coming back from the dead after a night of drinking at the Strumpet.
Yeah, very true. So, so he says, "You're the scout. I hear we're going out tomorrow."
Yes, we are.
You've got a keen pair of eyes, I hear you.
Yeah, and they don't get better with alcohol, so I'm not drinking tonight.
Oh. And he kind of claps your chest drunkenly. "Yes, good. You'll keep an eye out for both of us then. It's important.
I might have to.
I hear you've been with the goblin for quite some time."
Since almost the beginning.
Right, an entire summer of back and forth to the Barrowmaze. That's incredible.
Yes.
Has any of that luck rubbed off on you? And he kind of rubs your chest again.
Yeah, sure, certainly. It would be a lot easier if Mr. Skurg was here, but Mr. Road is here, and he's lucky too.
And who's
just
Mr.
not a goblin?
Skurg?
Mr. Skurg is one of my friends, who's also a friend, but he's not a goblin. He's a half orc.
He's an orc.
Half orc, I think.
Oh, Skirg was there when you rescued him. That's right. That's right. Right. He knows that stuff. Yeah. Right. He's a helpful one, isn't he?
Yep. He brews all sorts of great little concoctions.
Ah, quite clever for
I
an
wouldn't
orc.
recommend drinking too many of them.
Pretty smart for an orc.
Pretty smart for anybody. Are you racist?
Hey, racist. His eyes kind of narrow.
He's just running at the mouth. He's not even thinking about what he's saying.
You can assume that the sort of like racial hatred of like orcs and goblins and dwarves kind of runs deep in this setting as well too. So,
yeah. And I'm getting pretty close to that insufferably friendly trait that I think you guys told me I had to take.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Maybe it should be called no filter instead.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if you keep an eye out for me, I'll keep an eye out for you. I've got Crom watching my back, and now with a good set of friends, we can go back and make ourselves all rich.
Yes, that's what we want.
And that's kind of when Roan, you'd be in too, and sit down, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Skirg, I'm so glad you could make it back."
Skirg, where's Skirg?
I'm Roan.
You're what?
I'm Roan. I don't think we've met.
His eyes kind of narrow. Oh, you're a different one. You... Forgive me for saying, but I think you're uglier.
That's a fair comparison.
Ooh. Well, Mr. Roan, will you be joining us too?
I don't think
Actually,
I'm going
you
once
worked
more.
for that. Yeah, you worked for that expedition. No?
No.
Well, I'll give you a drink anyway. Come on, wee one. He kind of shakes, you know, it's to the point of like violent, you know, like a drunken uncle kind of hug. That's kind of what he gives you. It's just like, ah, ha, 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 you know? Yeah.
Hey, that's fun.
Yeah. We'll be all rich. And then we sort of cut back to the most recent evening. And what you're turning over in your... What we see is Wes kind of in the middle of the day, you know, sitting and turning over this this little like it's an amulet of some kind, and the symbol on this like kind of iron disc is a symbol of a crown. A top that's sort of encircling a mountain peak. That is, of course, the holy symbol of Crom. There is some flecked blood on it. And Wes, I think what you're considering is that, I mean, this is the day after Arndt was consumed by trolls. And I think that there's a couple things that are weighing on your conscience here. For one, you were the scout, and somehow you missed this. The most dangerous thing you guys have encountered in the Barrowmaze, and you somehow fucking missed it.
Yeah.
Another thing you're thinking of is, and you can't remember his name even, but that henchman who was dragged off by the ghouls while still alive. You remember him?
I believe it was a her.
Oh, that's right. It was a woman. Yeah, so you remember her being dragged off and consumed. You don't have any doubts, no, being the nature guardian that you are, that it was likely the outcome for Arndt's corpse as well. Trolls are nothing but, you know, hunger with legs. And I guess that probably brings you back to thinking about Sir Albus as well. Those toads seem to come out of nowhere as well.
We're pretty sure they ate him.
Yeah. And seemingly whole, because you guys couldn't find any trace of him when you went there, right?
Yeah.
So that's sort of where we find you is you on your own, you know, kind of drinking, you know, day drinking. Not, I mean, you've been quite cautious about how much you've consumed over the last little while. So I imagine you're not, you know, losing yourself to drink, but certainly nursing something. And that's where you come in, Roan.
Oh, Wes. Here you had a rough one.
Hey, Mr. Roan. Yeah, not the best. We didn't even get anywhere.
That's what half of my trips to the Barrowmoors felt like, but usually we all made it home at least.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I didn't see them. I didn't even hear them. How did that happen? There were 9 of them.
Well, trolls hide like ticks. You can't blame yourself.
Oh, but they're big. They're big, cumbersome, lumbering idiots who make a ton of noise, and somehow I didn't see them coming. What kind of a nature guardian am I? What kind of a tracker?
Well, you've gotten us in and out of the Barrowmoor more times than I can count, so.
I almost wish we could just go and kill those big, ugly things.
I'd be up for that.
Huh?
I'd be up for that. Can you track them?
Yeah, but I don't know. Even with the stuff I got from Mr. Skirk, I don't think the 2 of us could do what would be justice.
And you hear a clank, and you look over and you see that Vaz has walked over. She's resting on her halberd, and she says, she just sort of just, actually, I don't think she says anything. She just kind of looks at you and takes that you understand that, the look on her face says there's unfinished business with these trolls.
The 3 of us, I stand corrected. Huh. If Osen had some capable fellows or ladies,
let's take a look here.
We could maybe go and do some damage.
We definitely want some torchbearers.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt, eh? Okay, let's see here. Meat shields. Let's see what is available. All right.
Well, I'll put my drink down. Let's go to Osen's.
Agreed.
Okay.
Do you have a picture of Osen?
Osen. Oh, you know what? I actually, I do have a cool image of. I don't think I've got it saved as a handout here, but give me a sec here. I don't, but I do have that image or the image in mind loaded for a different campaign. But give me a sec here. I can. Oops, wrong button. I can get that loaded up for you. So Osen's, as a reminder for us and for those listening at home, Osen is the former mercenary who now runs the Osen's Mercenary Guild, where our stalwart heroes have been hiring the various henchmen and men-at-arms who have unfortunately been effectively grist for the mill for the Barrowmaze over the past season. But in the film version of our campaign, Osen is played by an aging Bruce Willis. And where is it here? I forgot. I loaded when we were running Rise of the Rune Lords. I loaded just a crap ton of images. And one of those is this one. Save changes here. So this is what Osen looks like, guys. The displeased Bruce Willis. So you guys make your way over to Osen's. And as always, when you walk in the door, there's that long hallway down to the right, which has well, not a hallway, but there's a section of the building where there's a bench running around the inside like a pew. And then straight ahead is the little niche or nook where Osen sits. And then behind that is where his storage and whatever is placed. He's sitting there and kind of, he looks up, his eyebrow cocks to see the 2 of you together, because I'm not sure he's ever seen just the 2 of you. And you look over, guys, and you can see there are 4 men and 1 woman waiting. These are all men-at-arms and men and women at arms. And interesting, 2 of them seem to be playing some kind of I can't remember what the Harrow, I guess, is the name of it in Pathfinder. So I'll steal that because I like that. So they're basically like, the fantasy equivalent of like a tarot deck. They've got a Harrow. 2 of them are laying Harrow readings for a couple of other for the other 3. One woman who is wearing leather and armed with a club and dagger, and a man all wearing leather and shield with a dagger and a light crossbow. Those 2 are the ones who are doing the readings. And then observing this, there is a man who looks quite beaten, who is armed with a hand axe, a dagger, chainmail, and shield. And then there are 2 other humans dressed in leather armor, with one with a longsword, one with a light crossbow. The one with a light crossbow looks quite young, and the other looks over and kind of gives this. You've seen this look before, Roan, just because some people have that reaction to the orcish side of your parentage. Mm-hmm. So you walk in and there's those 5 people there. These are all men-at-arms, which means this is going to cost you, a minimal amount. You don't have to worry about trying to recruit them. If you want to pay for them, you can hire them. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I think we take as many as we can get.
Oh, I see Dave talking, but I can't hear him. That was weird.
I can't hear Dave either.
Oh, okay, so it's not just me. Still nada. No, sir. No, sir, Bob. Let me see if you're muted in... No, you're not muted in the call, so it's not that. Oh, sorry, Chad, you're thinking you're going to hire all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to cost you 25 gold, I think. Let's see here. Henchmen are 1... Yeah, so basically 2 days. It'll cost you 10 gold in total to hire all 5.
Done.
Okay. I mean, you guys are certainly sitting on enough gold. Yeah, sorry, Dave, still nothing. That's weird that it just cut out like that. It didn't switch the audio source on you, did it? No? Yeah, it's not wireless, so it's not like it would run out of power. Oh, you muted for coughing, and now... It's like, okay, you don't want to talk ever then, I take it. Did you mute the Google Plus call? Is that what you did for coughing? Yeah. Let me try this here. Maybe just try leaving the call and coming back in. Maybe that'll make a difference. He's out. And oh boy. Okay, so you've got all 5 hired, as well as Vaz. Now it's a question of whether... Oh, actually, Dave can't hear me at all right now. I'll wait a sec until Dave... Dave, I'll put... He can't hear me. Why do I keep talking? It's like when you try and talk louder when someone doesn't speak the same language as you.
I will speak louder and slower.
Yeah, exactly. I still... Say something, Dave? Nada. That's the hangout. Is there... did you mute using the program, or did you mute using your headset or something like that? Maybe try unplugging and plugging in the headset. This is like my checklist of tech support stuff. I stand by the fact that the stream is it's about 80% D&D and then 20% tech support. Oh, shit. Muted. Oh, okay, you did mute that. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. That is weird. Oh, I think I hear something. Nope, that might have been. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what is going on. That's so strange. Well, you know, if nothing else, Dave, what you have done is presented us with a new problem. Well, I don't think we've had this happen before. So, maybe if you need to reboot and then try and restart, we could do that, and then we'll do. That'll give me an opportunity to. Well, why don't we do this? We will get you to make. What do you got? Oh, you're going to do the tablet for the audio. Okay, cool. Yep, got it. Awesome. When in doubt, we go to backup. All right. So you've hired 5 people. I'll type the names of the hirelings in the chat as well too. Like that really matters.
I've got 9 torches, but I think we're going to buy another bundle of at least 10 and some oil to make sure that we can light these things up once they're down.
Yeah. So there's the 5 hirelings: Valka, Vako, Ulin, Calder, and Galwood. Valka is the woman.
Okay.
Valka and Vako are the 2 ones who were doing the fortune telling.
Okay.
Okay, and then maybe what I'll do is, while Dave is sorting that out, let me just, I'm going to set up tokens here. I've started, actually, last session was the first time we used a tactical map using Scarlet Heroes, and of course it was against 8 fucking trolls. So,
can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so let's see here.
My video is still coming through straight on from the Roll20?
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm just putting some, creating some, oopsies. No. What is going on here? Come on.
I get double tactical maps now. I'll be twice as efficient killing trolls.
Nice.
There's some nice looking troll tokens there. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, where are you going here? 4, and we need a guy. There we go. 5. Boom. And we know each of them has 1 hit point, or 1 hit point, 1 hit dice. To be honest, same thing. So, yeah, the trolls were pretty cool. That's actually part of one of the Roll20 just regular features. So let's see. First off, let me just paste these suckers out here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And let's see what happens when you guys leave. This is one of the largest expeditions. You feel like there's maybe someone else who's following you, because you feel in addition to Wingtip, there's another bird that seems to be lurking around. And
is it a bird of ill omen?
It is not a bird of. You're hoping it's not a bird of ill omen.
Maybe it's a bird of urban.
So yeah, it's a burden. Okay. Yeah. Steve should be joining us a little later, so you will have some dwarven druid support. Okay, so what? I need dice. Let's see how this. So first off, I'm going to roll 1. First, the random encounter for the first couple of hours out, and then Wes, we are going to see about getting yourself some tracks. So describe for me how you were going to be. What's your process for approaching this? You know that they aren't the attack happened before you guys actually reached the Barrowmoor.
So we kind of split up and circled back after the attack from the trolls, if I recall correctly. So there wasn't really a easy track back, and I was a little rattled, so I didn't make any like markings or anything like that, which I should have done. But
Yeah.
But 9 trolls make a lot of tracks, so it shouldn't be too hard for Wes to go in that same direction and find some tracks.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move us over to this. First off, let's refresh our memories of what the Barrowmoor is like. So as you go in, and I think it has a more sinister kind of connotation to it, or a more sinister feel this time. This doesn't feel like the, easy breezy kind of, race to the riches the way that the past few weeks have been. This definitely feels closer to your first experiences like the Barrowmaze. As soon as you make your way in, this oppressive silence just falls around you and weighs heavily for all of your movements. The chatter amongst the hirelings initially, when they were initially on the road, basically falls back to almost nothing as soon as you guys make your way in. After probably one stern look from either Wes or Vaz, or maybe both, to shut the fuck up while we're in here. Those are your hirelings, guys. You can go ahead, set yourself up in your marching order with the your person at the top as the one in front, and the person near the bottom as the trailer. You know what I could do, actually, is there might be an easier way to do this. Give me a sec here, guys. I'm going to just... Can I do that? Boom. Yeah, okay, hold up. This actually might be more effective. I love this painting for the Barrowmaze, but this works pretty well, too. Boom. Let me bring you guys over the tactical map, so that way we know. All right. So go ahead and set yourselves where you want to be. Got a pretty big crew this time. That's where you guys want to be. You're about 20 feet ahead there, Wes?
Yeah, I think so. Wes doesn't want to be right in the mix of the group. They make too much noise.
Okay. Vaz will hold up the rear, maybe. Roan, where do you want to be?
I'm probably going to be somewhere in the middle.
Okay. So I put a couple of your guys up front here. Fortune tellers near the middle. Guys with the crossbows near the end. Okay. All right. So traveling out through this, Wes, again, you're back in this almost as high as your eyes. The reeds and thick overgrowth is so high. And it's the time of year, the days are dry, but the evenings have light, late summer rains. So it's even more humid in here. It's even more mucky than usual. And you're tromping your way through, wingtip keeping aloft in the sky overhead, but lost in the heavy surrounding mists. Finding tracks in this is going to require a level of expertise that can only really be acquired through a lifetime of study and life in the wilds. Would you kindly give me a wisdom check? And you can go ahead and add your, let's see here. You can add your, whatever your nature guardian, or whatever you think is the appropriate trait for it.
Well, would I have seen any of the troll tracks when we, encountered them?
You would know what you're looking for, yeah. And I think the degree you were able to identify them before. I think you were the one who realized we need to be using these things because you've faced maybe not faced trolls, but that's part of your training, whatever, the part of the militia that you were in your youth. So you've recognized what these things are. I imagine that you can probably recognize the tracks. The tricky thing I think that you're going to have is that with the, tracking through a swamp, I think would likely involve you looking at everything, from about waist height and up. You're not going to, because the terrain is so wet and whatever else, that you're going to be looking for damaged foliage and things like that. rather than, I say that with someone who has absolutely no actual tracking ability or experience.
It sounds legit.
Sounds legit though, right? That's
yeah.
See, there's my actual real world skill coming in. Okay, so why don't you give me that check two? And remember, it's 2d8 plus whatever your all your modifiers are.
Well, if I use my hunter, that's my primary trait. So
definitely, and I'll give you a +2 from Wingtip as well, because Wingtip I think is assisting you in this.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So
holy shit. Okay, so 22.
So +2 for Wingtip, +2 for Wisdom, and a +7 for Hunter.
Wow. So, okay. Oh my God. So yes, you are easily. Why don't you describe for us, what is it that Wes sees? What's the scene where we see Wes recognize what the tracks are?
Well, initially, I'll even give a little kudos to Wingtip there for spotting some branches that were broken at weird angles.
Okay.
And Wes, probably spotted them around the same time, and he snuck over and checked, and sure enough, these reeds were bent sideways, and it's got to be a bigger creature. So searching the area a little bit more, and he was able to determine that some large creatures went down a certain path, and then he finds a little dry spot where it's a little higher, maybe not as wet, and he sees troll tracks.
That's awesome. So I think visually what we see is so you're obviously up ahead, and you turn someone, the guys aside. You saw what Wes had seen. You make your way over to it, and you look. There's a one of these scrub trees that kind of grows out of the Barrowmaze, and that is arced and twisted and whatnot. And some of the limbs on the top are snapped. You look up, and you kind of nod, and you're looking down, and you see some claw marks where something heavy sort of fell against the tree after getting battered. If in the film version, we would probably see a flashback to this massive troll kind of like, boom, hitting their head and breaking some of the trees, and then, hitting the tree as he passes. And then the camera would pan down to where, we see you standing, and the mist kind of clears, and we see you standing in a clawed footprint that's about the size of you. You look down and kind of nod in a determined way, and then, gesture to your allies, over here. And they make their way over.
So it's not like a mentalist or something like that, where I have this like vision and, we go to a cutscene or.
Yeah, totally. I'm always thinking of this shit in terms of how it visually would look. So what do you call it? So I think that it takes you about, let's roll 1d4. Why don't you give me a d4? If you roll a 4, I'm rolling for one more. Oh, one more potential random encounter here. Let's see if you run into any trouble along the way. If I rolled a 6, that would mean that there would be yet another encounter. Unfortunately, I did not roll a 6.
There'll be an encounter. It'll be my arrow encountering a troll's eye.
Yes. Okay, so you can tell that the tracks seem to be getting fresher in the sense that like it's they're more easily distinguished from the mud and whatever else and the otherwise sort of chaos of the swamp. But what you can also tell is that there's more. There's certainly more. With a roll that good, you're able to sort of judge that you're probably about maybe 15, 20 minutes away from where the actual lair is. And the reason you're thinking that's because you've come across a troll scat, effectively.
Okay. I'm going to circle back to the group and give them a little heads up on what's going on so they don't just blindly follow me in. Or in case there's trolls scouting the area and we happen to come across one or two. So
okay.
And then
what's the plan here, guys? How do you plan on approaching this?
Well,
actually, what tactics do you want to employ? Wes, you would have had time to obtain from Skirg those alchemical items that we talked about. I'll let you track whatever it is that you brought with you.
Yeah. Mr. Roan, do you have any way of producing fire or acid?
I can use my cantrip attack Normally it looks like lightning, but I've been informed I can probably manifest it as flame.
Okay.
I also have torches and oil with me.
Okay. So I'll tell the group. So what we're going to be hunting down might look big and fearsome, but you can take them down. Bows and arrows, swords, it all works. But once they drop, someone's got to douse them with oil and light them on fire. That's the only way to keep them down, unless you got acid with you. We need to burn the bodies, or they'll get back up and keep fighting. So don't let that happen.
Okay. So who are you assigning to do that?
Just somebody that looks a little less scrappy and...
You have two guys. I'm just looking at the meat shields result here. So two people have light crossbows, and then the rest are armed with just melee weapons.
That young kid with the crossbow?
Yep.
I go, Wes is not the most charismatic, but what the hell? He was like, I think you might be the best person to start lighting them on fire. You know why? Because you're fast, and you'll be able to get around across the group back and forth a whole bunch of times.
Okay. Give me a charisma test, please.
Yeah, because that's totally what I needed.
If you've got any traits you can add to it, then absolutely go ahead and add that. I'm just going to use this to set his morale.
2d8?
Yes, please. Plus your charisma modifier.
I don't have one of those.
Okay, so then it's just 2d8.
Yeah, and I don't have any traits that really...
We don't have a penalty to it, so that's an upside.
Oh!
Nice.
So this kid's eyes get like they're beaming, or just like kind of glittering. He's like, yeah, I'm like, as if like, I got the most important fucking job here. So
You're the one that's going to keep us all alive.
Yep. That's Yulin. And maybe I'll let's see here. Kid. This is probably the most kid-ish looking thing. There's Yulin.
So we'll give him a couple of flasks of oil.
Okay.
And he's carrying a torch.
Do you want him to carry the torch, or you want one of the other henchmen to carry the torch?
Yeah, we probably don't want the oil and the torch in the same person.
Well, I mean, a nat 1 could conceivably result in immolation.
We never rolled nat 1s on roll 20.
Never.
It's like, go to fight trolls, 4 burning henchmen, and we're out of there.
Yeah. That's like the last chat. Our fight on Friday, the first fight they had, basically resolved thanks to a nat 1 I rolled on an acrobatics check. As the main big bad, like, vampire necromancer tried to jump and use vampiric touch on someone. I rolled a nat 1 and she fell off a 2-story roof and then basically was like right in melee range of everybody. So everyone's just like,
that was good.
That encounter did not end the way I anticipated. It was awesome. Okay, so that's what he's doing. Who do you want in charge of the torch then? The other options are there's the man and woman who are the fortune tellers.
I think the fortune tellers.
Yeah. The fortune tellers will be the torch people.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Valka and Valka and Vako. So let me just quickly name them. And Vako, where are you, Vako? I'll make this guy Vako. Okay. So Valka and Vako are ready to... Oh, did her name not... Oops. I didn't hit save. There we go. Valka and Vako. You guys can see the name tags, right?
I cannot.
Oh, hold up. I'm a dummy.
Nope.
You're controlled by all players. Boom. How's that?
Yep.
Okay. This way you guys should have now full control over your henchmen as well, too, which is something I forgot to do. Okay. There you go. So you guys can control everybody. I might as well name the other two then. It's Calder and Galwood. We'll just...
Calder. What a terrible name. It's the name of Matt's character in our campaign here in Calgary.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Jowzam's Den, everyone. Jowzam's Den. Fellow gamer.
Yes.
Go check out his channel. Not tonight, but later.
Definitely. Okay, so I think you guys should be able to control everybody now. So you got all your henchmen. So what are you, apart from, sorry, are Calder and Galwood just going to fight normally then? Vako and Valka are going to use torches and Ulin is going to use oil?
Yeah. And so if we see a troll, Wes is going to shoot it and run back into the group and lure the troll into the warriors where they can smack him and he can keep shooting.
Okay. So would you like to then, let's see here.
Find a troll?
Yeah. What are you guys just going to all sort of walk up to the what seems to be the lair, without are you guys just going to walk up, or are you going to reconnoiter at first, or what?
I think we should reconnoiter and see, because if you guys think 9, we should have an idea how many there could be more.
Right. Well, not only that, but we don't want them to come up from us from behind and kill all the torchbearers and oil pitchers.
That won't happen, Owen. Is there any way, Wes, that you can get a sense of how many distinct tracks as we get closer to their lair?
I can sneak in.
With a roll as good as he made before, I can tell you there's at least 10, which is more than what you guys had encountered before. So it seems as if you may have encountered maybe some of them, not the entire thing. What I'm going to do with this, Wes, would you give me a dexterity check, and you can add anything that makes you stealthy, any of your abilities that you think would make you stealthy. I would think that Hunter could apply out here. You are in the wild right now. You're not sneaking through a dungeon or something like that. So this is really your
Dex.
Yeah.
And Hunter, because I know what I'm hunting.
Yes.
Bam.
Whoa. Okay. So easily. So let me. Now hold on. I'm going to make sure, because I want you to. Oh yes, great. Okay. Let me just switch something here. I have been making great use of the natural lighting feature in where is he here, Wes? Yeah. In my Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. It's been kind of cool having people to have to describe some stuff to other people. So Wes, I'm going to switch you over here. And this is what you see. You're not this close necessarily, but this is what you see. It's in the top right of the screen. Wick, you may not see anything just yet.
Okay.
I do not.
Interesting. It worked.
Okay. Yes. It seems I'm standing on a glacier, and on the escarpment, there's some trolls.
This is sort of, you can picture that this is like the swamp. Like the rest of it is actually just the swamp.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, and then there's an outcropping that then it's not a barrow. It's more like a raised bit of rock. And there's where those two trolls are standing, there's an enormous kind of like, it would be, imagine if a plank of wood was, or a board rather was made with or a fence, I guess, with irregular planks of wood and then assembled by a complete moron. That's what you've got. It's this barricade over the front of this, what you can see through the gaps in it. It's a cave. So behind these things here, there is a cave that leads deeper inside. These two things are sort of, staring off into space. The actually, I don't have a picture of a troll at hand, but you can, big, thick, rubbery hided green, carnivorous monsters.
I will just keep sneaking the same way I am and back to the group, and I think we should charge them, and barricade them in the opening and use the opening as like a bottleneck. Some little military tactics I learned when I was a soldier.
Okay. Okay. So why don't we do this? I am. The only people. So I'm not concerned about Roan failing this. I'm trying to figure out how to do this because. So here's my dilemma, and you guys maybe help decide this. So what I don't like in the way that stealth works in a lot of RPGs is that you just wait for the person who's shittiest at it to fail, and other people being good at it never help that. Like it effectively, unless the person is going out on their own, they're always going to fail. Now, I don't want the highest number to always be used, but what I'd prefer is that there is an offset. So why don't we try this? I think that your henchmen will all roll one roll. What you guys can do is take penalties to your rolls to add to theirs. Okay, so, and I think it'll be a 2-for-1 reduction. So you could take a -2 to add +1 to theirs or to your allies. How does that sound?
So Wes gives some tips to Vasquez to be stealthy. He'll take 2 penalty for +1 for her.
Okay. Okay, so she gets +1. Her dex, I don't remember what it is.
You know what? I'll actually take a -4.
You'll take a -4? Okay.
So she can have
and actually, what I'll let you do is you can apply that to everybody.
Okay.
If you're taking the charge, like they can only listen to one person. So that will...
So don't step where there's deep water because that'll splash, and don't step on any reeds that are bent sideways because that'll make a creaking sound. And if you try to keep low, they might not see you over the reeds.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Wes goes on and gives him a quick little introduction to halfling stealth.
Roan, how are you for stealth? Do you think you've got you got a smuggler trait, don't you?
I've got the smuggler trait, and con man probably doesn't apply, but
I think smuggler for sure.
Yeah,
because that would be keeping yourself hidden and probably in the wild to avoid the attention of river wardens and stuff. So why don't you give me each of you two give me a dexterity check, and then you add your relevant trait, and then for Vaz, she's got a +1 to her dexterity, so it'll be 2d8 plus 3.
Okay. So dex 3, and then -4. Sacrificing too much for the team.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's good. That's good enough.
And if I have a trait, what is it? That is
one for one. So if you got a smuggler 1, you have to add +1.
Okay. It's 2 and Wes is +2. That is D4.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Roan is super stealthy. Yeah, no problem. And then why don't Chad? Why don't you roll for Vaz? I think it's been quite a while since you played her. So
yeah,
2d8 plus 3.
Not as good.
Not as good. Okay, so which means they may... I'm going to roll for surprise for them normally then. Let's see here. They are not surprised. So what I'm going to do... Just give me a sec here. I'll bring your token over here as well. So I'll bring everybody over. And I'm going to need to do some rearranging. And unfortunately, this section of the map is kind of small, so it's going to be a little cramped in here. Boom. Roan, I'm assuming you're near the back. You guys were having Galwood, and Vaz will be up front. And Valko and Vako are near the back. Olin, Wes, you're there. Okay, guys. So then... who wants to roll? Who's going to be in charge of rolling initiative? To start. How about I do this? Why don't I roll initiative? You got to beat my 3. Who wants to try and beat my 3?
Roan.
D6.
D6.
Here we go. Big money.
Big money, no whammy.
Yes! Heroes are up first. Okay. So the it's the what do you call it? The henchmen are armed with weapons that do 1d6, and they have +1 to hit. So you guys can go ahead. Why don't you each take one of those guys, make them move. Wick, you're in charge of Vaz, but the heroes are all going first. Who would like to go first?
I cannot see anything on the map.
Oh, hold up. Do you have vision? Let's see here.
It's top right of the map.
Yeah, very top right.
You might have to scroll your scroll bar along the bottom and along the side.
Okay, there it is.
Got her? Okay, yeah. Okay. So, let's see here. I'm going to actually see what everyone... Control L. Yeah, awesome. Control L. Awesome. Okay. So, who wants to go first?
I didn't check my character sheet. Damn, I was going to do that. Oh, well. I will... Where's Wes?
Well, why don't we go with the hirelings first? Let's get that out of the way because they're going to be here. Why don't you each give me a D6 or a D20 roll at +1? Let's see if these guys are able to get some effect on these trolls. Back. Okay. Here we go.
Boom. 15.
15. The AC of these things is 4. So unfortunately, that is not quite good enough. They hit the side of the troll, but it almost immediately healed. That is good enough. Give me a D6 roll. Nice. 6. So whoa, 2 points of damage on this thing. So I'm going to count it up. Awesome. Oh, that's not right. Okay, so one of them manages to do nothing, but the other hits it with a pretty impressive force. Okay, then it's Vaz's turn. Oh, actually, that's not true. Who wants to go next? You guys can go whatever order you like. These two are not lesser foes for any of you right now. Okay. So no...
Vaz close.
Okay.
Can she reach this one also with her halberd?
The one up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that. She could position herself in a way to try and hit both of them.
Okay. But she is going to swing at this one to start.
Okay.
The faster we get them down, the better.
Absolutely.
And
so you're focusing fire. It's not the first time to the rodeo. Oh, but unfortunately, that is not quite good enough. She swings at this thing, and I think she hits some bit of clumsy armor, like an entire breastplate that this thing is set up as like a shoulder greave. Hits that thing and skits across it with some sparks. Who wants to go next? Wes, that is a hit. Okay, and I'll let you... oh, no, they weren't surprised. Shit. Okay, so that's 2 6s, which means... Oh, it's +6. Sorry, forgive me. So, wow, 4 points of damage. Which one were you hitting?
The injured one.
The injured one. That one... Boom! Goes down. Nice. Your shot kind of hits it right in the throat, and it kind of like falls down. This disgusting, like greenish red ichor spilling out from inside of its rubbery throat. Who wants to go next?
Well, it's Ullen's time to do his job.
Okay, so Ullen goes running up and douses it in flame, and then Valka comes over, or in flame, in oil. Valka runs over, touches a torch to it, and his body goes up. This troll screeches at the hint of fire. Okay, Roan, what do you want to do?
Roan is going to cast a spell.
Okay.
And he is going to... I'm going to move up a bit. I'm not sure what the range is only 10 feet. Jesus. All right, it's closer than I wanted to be to this thing. And I'm going to say, well, I'm going to say die and cast command.
Ooh. So I think
it will make it, put it in a comatose state. But if it has more than 5 hit dice or an int over 12, it gets a saving throw.
Okay, so it does have more than 5 hit dice. So it does have a saving throw against this. Saving throw with difficulty would be 9 plus your level. So it's your level 4 or 5? 4. Okay. Yeah, so it's 13. Here we go. Ooh, not even close. Okay, so it looks at you and kind of drops down completely still.
The audio cut out. I couldn't hear a word you're saying, but I saw you go back. I'm like, oh,
this is why my dramatic overacting is for, so then you don't need to actually hear what I'm saying. Okay, so this thing drops down. It's not dead, but it is until it gets injured. Is that right, Chad? It's kind of like sleep, where if it takes damage, it wakes up?
No, it only lasts for 1 round. So it would, it'll that it would be in a comatose state for a single round.
Oh wow. Okay, so then you guys can do whatever the fuck you want to this thing for an entire round.
Stabby, burny.
Yeah, we're not going to bother rolling attacks. We're going to assume you guys will be able to, pound enough damage onto this thing that its body is hacked apart by the end of Roan's next turn. And then, as promised, Roan, you can maybe gesture out, and the a miasma of the fumes from Tartarus itself kind of flow across this thing's corpse and starts sizzling as it's covered in your acidic cantrip. All right, guys. Whew. 2 down. And you can hear the wind from in here, from deep in that cave. You guys want to all work together and try and get those, I guess first drag these troll corpses out of the way. You want to try and get that plank down and see what's inside?
I think we do.
Yes.
Okay. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
Boom. Oh, there's an opening.
And you think you can hear from far off inside, there's the sound of echoes of some like vulgar tongue and laughter.
I also hear a druid. Did Werbin follow us out into the forest?
Hey, Werbin did. Look at that. Steve-O, what's shaking, buddy? Steve, can you hear us?
Magically appears. Hello.
Hello. So join us in roll 20, and I'm going to add Werbin just in time. You guys just gained access to the troll cave.
Burning 2 trolls already.
That's what you were looking for, right? An opportunity to get payback.
Yes.
Let me just resize your token here properly. Boom. Doop. Da, boop. There we go. You have sight. You do. That. Another awesome thing about this dynamic lighting, Roan, your dark vision should be set up properly on the token.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so everyone... okay, so right now, nobody has any light or of any kind out.
Well, we have 2 torchbearers.
You have 2 torchbearers. Oh, that's right. Let me give... hold on, I'll set them with the appropriate lighting. What am I going to do here? I'm going to use... because I'm playing a lot of Pathfinder lately, I'll use the Pathfinder rules for when dim light starts. Is that right? Angle? Yeah. Okay, and Vaco, he's the other one with the lighting. All right, so what you see inside there, guys, is about a 5-foot wide area. There we go. So Valka and Vaco have They're lighting. Werbin, Roan, and I think that's it. Have your natural dark vision, so you can see as far as you should be able to. What do you guys want to do?
Kill more trolls.
I think Werbin or I should peer in before the torches get too close, because we could probably see without alerting anything that might be too close.
Sure. Go ahead and move yourself a little bit in there.
You're a little sneakier too.
What do you see in there, Ron?
Okay, I see. Looks like there's a forking tunnel. I can see further down, kind of directly south of me, and then there's one that goes, or almost straight ahead, and then there's one that goes a little to my left.
Urban, what do you see?
I see, with my little eye, a spiky looking little passage here. Let's see, I'm going to move a little further ahead. Yeah, something's opening up. Hey, should I use my trap searching?
Not a bad idea. What are you thinking?
All right.
Troll traps.
Give it a little search.
Okay. I love it because I can actually adjust the view that's being displayed on the stream to what you can actually see. So why don't you give me a not a D20. Remember, it's 2D8 plus your wisdom plus whatever trait that may be appropriate.
All right. I think. Plus a trait. All right. Boom. 4. Here you go.
Okay.
My internet's a bit slow. There we go.
Okay.
12.
12. Okay. So you're studying this floor, and like this is basically a natural cavern. This seems to be something that was eroded over time. There's a gentle slope to everything as it goes in, and you can see that there's the footprints, the heavy footfalls, and muddy prints of some enormous trolls squeezing their way through here. But there doesn't appear to be any traps. What are you going to do? What do you think, guys?
Well, I think we should back out of here a bit while we make a plan. So we're not making a plan in the middle of the tunnel. I don't like that fork necessarily. It could mean
We're
there's
going to move a little further forward.
more than one way in and around, right? Like, so if we go one direction, they could double back and cut us off.
What if we leave a burning corpse in the other doorway? They won't. Are they going to go past the fire? Or take some of this wood and put it up and set it on fire so that they can't go past?
Only we had like some pitch or something. Everything slopes down here. We could just like
smoke them out.
We had enough oil. We could roll it down the slope towards where they are. I did not buy that much oil.
What about Werbin? Did you not learn stone shape when you hit the newest level? Steve, you there? Steve, hello? Do you guys hear Steve?
Nope.
I see him on the call. I just lost him on the call. Let's see if anyone's back. He'll be back momentarily. So what do you think of that, Wes? Roan was saying that he's concerned about the trolls coming back.
I agree. Not only do we not want them to circle back on us, we don't want them to be able to escape and go get more trolls and come back in.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we create a small bonfire or something, and it at least buys us an hour.
What you know as well, Wes, is depending on how big the fire is that you might like, assuming that you could make a fire big enough with the logs and whatever that were used for this. There is a concern of like making the cave difficult for you guys. Like you would then be the closest to the source of smoke.
Right. It also depends on which way the wind blows and how the air travels through the cave.
Yeah, exactly. So
Morris is back.
And he's back, baby. Steve-O, you back? I see him back on the call, but I do not know if he can hear us. Steve, can you hear us? Cannot. I'll wait till I hear from him, and then we'll assume. Okay, so what are you guys doing? So Warbin seems to be contemplating his action. What are you guys going to do? Well, all you guys are thinking was, let's get in your characters' heads for a moment, too. Now that you're actually here, and you're actually at this warren of trolls, what's going through your characters' heads?
This was a terrible idea.
We are totally ill-equipped for this.
I have nothing to avenge.
I still say we could fight them here. We could, like, send somebody down either path, and I could shoot a troll and run back, and we could fight them in the doorway here. Then we can limit them to 2 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's as good. Yeah, that might be as good as we get. Unless the troll cave has another exit, in which case they circle around, but that'll take time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Ron?
Yeah, I wonder if hitting one of them with a little bit of fire would piss them off enough to make them chase us, or if it would make them more wary. Whereas if we run in and plink them with
hit them in an arrow
with normal weapons, and then run, they'd be more likely to chase us as easy sport than hit them with fire.
I think you're totally right on that.
Why don't you give me a wisdom nature guardian check, please?
Oh, I am doubly skilled in that. Specialist, nature guardian.
Steve-O, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can now, yeah. Excellent. So where we are in planning, we're just at the planning stage here. Oops.
Yep. I need the slash.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's just text. Somebody please roll 3d8 plus 4. Oh, yeah.
Nice. 12, 16. Really
16.
Good. Okay. So, you know what? Going on what you know about trolls, these things are just like astoundingly stupid.
And vicious.
And vicious, yeah. Like they're just malicious and mean, and you know the kind like I'm trying to think of some of the stuff from the troll games from Northern Reaches. Do you remember those, Wick? Like where they'll like run at each other full speed and bash their heads together. Like it's just the stupidest fucking stuff and destructive.
Yeah.
So I think that your thought is their reaction to pain and something that might genuinely hurt them is probably not to shrink from it, but to get furious and rush at it.
Yeah.
You could easily antagonize these things into a reaction.
Yeah, for sure. So who does that though?
I mean, you guys have a goblin monk who's really fast, and oh, right, he's not here.
Yeah.
You know, what I could do.
Yo, Jeff, where are you?
I could summon a spiritual weapon, and then I don't have to be. I can be 30 feet away from them when it starts hitting them.
Only if it's a broom.
Holy broom.
I'm just going to throw that out there. If it's the broom that saved us from quicksand, then yes.
And I don't know how these things hunt or track, but I could also, if we wanted to go in deeper, I could cast a silence radius on this, and I could probably have most of us moving completely silently.
I like
What about
that.
you, Urban?
I would like to.
What do you think?
Get my
You guys are sort of
character-
outside the cave. You're outside the cave planning right now.
I can cast Shillelagh as many times as I want.
Do you have any way to shape stone? Close off one of the passages?
Hold on here.
Or barricade it or something?
Let me find out here. All right.
I think at your newest level.
Oh yeah, it's level 3 spells, right?
Yes, because you gained access to level 3 spells when you hit level 5.
Right. Sorry, my computer's taking a long time to load right now.
Oh, it's okay.
Connection.
One sec here. I'm trying to find. I've been having difficulty with my laptop, so I haven't. I didn't actually open up anyone's character sheets today. But give me a sec here. I can get a Wurbin Silverstone's character sheet open, because I think you did. I think you had warp wood at the as a second level spell, and as a third level spell, I think druids get stone shape.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's see here. What do you get? Come on, down, 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 and let's see what it says. It says surrender, Dorothy. No. It says stone shape. Yeah, you do have stone shape as a favorite.
Noise. Is that what you guys would like?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a host of neat new spells there, Wurbin.
Yeah, level 3 is cool.
Level 3 is
So
pretty good.
if you guys go in there and we have here, just step back a sec so I can arrange the henchmen. So if we have the two tough folks on the side and Vasquez in the middle, I'll stand just a little bit farther back because I can shoot well into past them. If you guys go in and Wurbin stone shapes one side close and Roan goes in and draws them out. If you guys both pull back, Wurbin, you can fill the last spot between Vasquez and Calder, and Roan can run past, and then we can have a nice solid line across the middle and pelt them and burn them and then repeat.
Rock and roll.
Okay. So who's going to start making their way in there then?
Well, I guess that's on me.
Well, yeah, we should know which passage to barricade. If one of them only goes like 10 feet and we close that one off, and
Yeah. How long does silence last? It lasts 12 turns, so it lasts a long time.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's 2 hours.
so you just cast that on a rock and carry it or something?
Basically, yeah, I can cast it on an object or a person. I don't want to cast it on me because then I can't do other spells, I don't think.
Right. But if you cast it on a rock and then drop the rock at the fork in the road or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm going to cast silence on myself.
Okay.
Or on a stone and carry that in.
Okay. Where are you guys leaving the corpses, the troll corpses? Are you dragging them to the side and leaving them there?
Yeah, for now. It depends on how many corpses we end up with. Could get ugly.
So, Roan, you can see all the way down there. Your orcish eyes have quite the distance. And you can hear the sound basically of what you can hear on, for those listening at home, we've got cave sounds playing in the background again because I guess I just keep them playing. All right, so you get to there. Oh man, you're going way in. So Roan, give me a wisdom check and anything that you think might benefit you in hearing something. You kind of go ahead and add that trait.
Rune Explorer?
Yes, I'll let you add that. So 2d8 plus wisdom plus your Rune Explorer trait.
I've got Rune Explorer.
But you were outside though. So
No.
Okay. All right, so nothing but the wind. So this are you, I guess it's silence. You can't even speak back to them, but you want to go back and describe for them what you saw?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what'd you see?
Okay, so I'll tell them that the tunnel here goes almost straight down, and it's a long shot, and then this one continues on, and there's another branch 20, 30 feet in.
You guys can see too, there is a little cave right there as well, it looks like. Actually, let me look on the dynamic layer. Oh yeah, I know. You guys haven't actually looked down there yet. You've seen that. Look, like right over here. So that goes down. It's giving me a squeeze to get in there.
That looks like something that
a halfling could get in.
A halfling should get into.
Yeah. So, Wes, are you going to you want to light a torch or what?
I'll take one of the torches from one of the torch bearers.
Okay. Let me just
and I'll keep my bow in one hand and.
Okay. All right. Now, one moment here. I just want to make sure something is set. Okay, cool. Yeah. Go right ahead. Okay, so squeezing in there. And it is, like for you, it's really not much of a squeeze. But you get in there, and what you see is the remnants of some kind of little, I mean, basically like a campsite of kinds. But in here, you can see that there is, in the corner over here, there is a body. You think that there is someone managed to squeeze their way down here to get away from the trolls and starve to death down there.
I'll check the body out. Maybe it's got something I can use.
It does, actually. Give me a sec here. I'll tell you what's on it.
Flaming sword, trollbane +5.
Yeah, I think he likely would not have been down there then. So,
yeah. Why didn't he fight his way out with a sword?
Yeah, exactly. It's more of like a troll healing sword he's been found with. All right. Yeah, so what he's got on him is a staff, a spell book, and about 13 platinum pieces. Ooh. So 130 gold. That's not nothing to sneeze at.
Okay, 113 platinum.
Yeah, 13 platinum.
13 platinum.
Yeah, which is worth 130 gold.
Okay, I will put my bow down long enough to scoop up the coins, the spell book.
Okay.
And what was it? The
staff.
A staff and a spell book of some kind.
Okay.
That's like half a 10-foot pole.
Yes,
I know.
exactly.
Holy mackerel. That's
Jeff
crazy.
would be so thrilled. Okay. So you make your way out. You want to tell everyone what was down there?
Ooh. I can't get out.
Oh no! The DM tricked me.
It tricked me. It's a cave of never leaving.
The cave is
Yes.
defending itself somehow.
It's like Hotel California.
Yes.
Hey guys, I found a staff and a book and 13 platinum already. Woohoo!
Nice.
So if you look at the spell book briefly, either Roan or Werbin, both of you can't tell what the spells are, but you can tell that it's some kind of arcane caster's book.
Oh, we might be able to sell it to Vax Silver Scroll.
Yes. If he ever gets out of that damn room of his.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I would
Roan,
suggest if we're going to block a tunnel, I would block this one.
Okay.
Like this is such a straight shot down. At least we'll be able to see anything coming a long ways off.
Okay. That sounds logical. I like it.
okay. So Werbin, where would you like to? What would you like to do with your shaped stone or stone shape?
Am I waiting for any particular point to do this, or do I just go ahead and let it rip?
I think you can go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will. Yes, start shaping. But you know what? First, I'll grab a few stones, and sort of pile them up on the floor, and then sort of slowly start to shape. A closure of some kind if I can.
Sure. So the way it seems to work is you've got a total volume of 3 feet cubed plus 1 foot cubed per level.
Okay.
So you're level 5, which means you got 8 feet cubed. You could square. So basically, a 10-foot square, I think, is what we could do. So where do you think you're going to create that? You can start looking down in the corridor if you want.
Does it need to be like solid, like a wall, or can you just do like bars?
I think he's free to make it whatever he wants.
Because you don't need to use the whole volume then if it's just bars. Bars of stone was.
That's true. That's an excellent point. I was thinking, just make it thin or something, so it just fools them into thinking it's solid.
Oh, there's that too.
I could do.
If it looks solid, they won't try to come through there anymore.
Right. That's true. Yeah, why don't we just do that? Well, I'll make it so because if they can see through the bars, they might still be able to smash through it.
Okay. So you're just making a thin layer of stone?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, once you move yourself into the tunnel of love.
The tunnel of love.
Oh boy. Ooh.
But
now where are you?
All right. Now where am I going?
So it's a range of touch. So bring yourself to where you want to go.
Okay.
Ooh. Yep. Yep. That seems like a good choice.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
All right. What am I shutting? Am I shutting off all 3 corridors here? Sorry, which one?
No, just the one we talked
here.
Okay, that one I couldn't see. All right, then let's go right there and seal that bugger off.
Okay. So if you're doing it in touch, let me seal that off for you. You ready?
Did I just hear a soundboard of it?
Here we go. You ready?
Ready.
Bum, 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 bum. It's sealed.
Nice work.
Good job.
Nice work, Mr. Druid.
Okay. So the stone sort of forms out of the wall and just seals together. So there's a perfect wall where the corridor once was.
Now we just got to fill that corridor with water and drown them all.
Yes. It's the Reigns of Castamere all over again.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you guys want to go next?
Roan?
I think we're heading in to antagonize them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey.
So who's going to go in and do the antagonizing?
Hey, Werbin, you should back up a bit so you're not.
So,
Probably be me or Werbin because neither of us. It really should probably be me because I can see in the dark.
Yep.
And I think I'm faster on foot than Werbin.
Yeah.
Unless Werbin is going to fly out as a bat or something.
Okay. So, oh boy. So Roan, yep. You're standing in the entrance there. Go ahead and move yourself we can go like 10 feet at a time here.
Okay.
Or 5 feet at a time if you want to be more cautious. Now, hold on a second. I want to see something here. That is so awesome. So I just checked to see the view that Wes has. And if you guys, you may already know this, but your token completely disappears from everyone else. They cannot see where you're going. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at my view. I'm like, wow, this sucks. But I have a tablet running where I can see what Roan's doing. I got to try not to metagame now.
Yeah, don't metagame. It makes it much more immersive. Okay, so so Roan, you're making your way down, and this hallway just stinks. It reeks of disgusting, sickening. Basically like rubbish. You can hear the crunch under your foot, and you look down, and there's a half-chewed bone there. So you can keep making your way cautiously down.
Well, shit.
So good. All right. So what do you want to do here, Roan?
Okay. This is not ideal, but I'm going to keep... I feel like they wouldn't use the smaller tunnel.
So from right there, Roan... Oh, you got silence on, right?
Yeah.
Does silence block sounds coming in, going out, or all sound?
Let's see. Complete silence prevails in a diameter of 30 feet.
Fuck, that means you can't even hear what's coming. So you've got... Can you imagine just how fucking stressful this would be? You're completely numb. It's like a sensory deprivation tank, as far as your hearing is called, as you're making your way along here, and trusting just, that you're going to be able to spot what comes around the corner. There could be an entire fucking party of trolls whooping it up down here, and you would have no idea. What are you doing?
He's wishing it's not an entire party of trolls whooping it up down there.
That is what I'm hoping.
Okay. So another big open chamber, and you see more evidence of troll inhabitation because there's like a mostly chewed side of crocodile sitting right over, I'll say about here.
Okay.
The bites that are taken out of this thing are large enough to take like a quarter of your chest out. It's huge. Where do you want to go next? Okay. The corridor does seem to continue ahead. Oh boy. Further and further down. So good. Okay. Oh, look at that. It arcs out again. Roan. Where do you go? The tension on your face is awesome, Chad. Oh boy. That seems to open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do you see? Look straight south.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see him.
he seems to be chewing on something. He's sort of in a sitting position, like hunched over.
Okay, so just gonna move. Oh, I can't move Dave. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I've got to get to here.
What's taking him so long? You guys hold the line out here.
I'm trying to.
Why don't you give me a dexterity check, please? I'm going to give you a plus 3 to it because of you've got lots of cover and you're small and presumably trying to be stealthy. And then you could add your smuggler trait to it as well.
Okay. 3. So that will give me 5. Yeah.
Oh.
Great.
So you're sort of you're making your way up, trying to get in a little closer, trying to be cautious with this, and then you see this thing looks up, and its black, dead eyes lock with yours, and it leaps to its feet. And since you're the one down there, why don't you roll initiative for me?
Oh, good.
Oh no, I got a 6.
Shit.
Oh! Okay, so
We can't even hear you scream.
this thing bellows out. Do you speak giant?
No.
No. So it says something, and it starts charging its way forward. Now, the only benefit you have here is that this thing is having to squeeze through. So it's just going bam, 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 kind of clambering its way through the tunnels, and actually can't quite get to you. However, and you can't hear anything. All this is happening in horrible, horrible silence too. What is the radius of your silence ability?
30 feet.
30 feet. 10, 20, 30. You know what? Okay, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. So this thing's in a silent way is charging towards you. Now it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I don't think it needs the encouragement of me actually attacking it.
Yep.
So I'm just going to start hauling ass out of here.
Okay. What is your...
I move 40.
40. Okay, so go ahead and move yourself 40.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay, so you go racing out. Okay, next turn. We'll keep you rolling initiative right now because you're the one who's in the most peril. I rolled a 3. Beat my 3. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Turn of events. All right, so you're up first. What do you want to do?
I'm running.
Good call. Go ahead, make your move.
5, 30, 35.
All right,
40.
okay. So the troll is going to start bam, bam, bam. Oh, but you've moved first, which means it's bellowing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put him right there. You can hear him slapping his way through. Oh, no, you can't because you're...
Can't hear anything.
Yeah. All right. So you're just sort of like at the very edge of the vision, the very edge of where your dark vision extends. You can see this thing kind of like and slamming its way through the tunnels. Wow. Okay. Now it is okay, and unfortunately you can't warn anyone either because you're silenced. All right. So then let's roll initiative.
So, can I toss the silence stone down this little fork here?
Yes. Okay, so it, even if you go the maximum, let me see here, 10, 20, you're actually still in the silence spell.
Yeah.
But, okay, but you imagine that next round you will be there. All right. So let's initiatize. I rolled a 2. Beat my 2. Nice, that'll do it. Okay, go ahead and move. As soon as you take 5 feet step, you suddenly, there's the rush of all the sound that suddenly comes back to you.
Like, troll on my tail, troll on my tail.
Okay.
5, 30, 35. Let's get here. Hang out with Vasquez.
Okay. Now you guys can assume that you have all had an opportunity to prepare an action. So I imagine it's if X is going to be if a troll shows its face, then I will do whatever. Okay. So now troll's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. You can hear it. It's like the sound of wet, bare flesh slapping against some stony surface. Actually, it isn't because there's the silence spell. All right. So that is the end of the round. Initiatize. Beat
West
my 3.
Wes tells the 3 behind him, the torchbearer and the torchbearers and the Ulan, to keep their eye on behind us until they're called for.
Okay.
We don't want anything sneaking up on us.
Okay. Good call. So do you have them positioned at the back as well?
Well, they're at the back right now, but
okay, perfect. So you can hear this. It seems like it suddenly comes out of nowhere. There's this like sound that's roaring out of that blackened opening leading into the cave. Something big is coming close. What are you guys doing?
is holding an action, shooting it as soon as it arrives.
Okay. So let's roll initiative. Next round, I got a 4. Beat my 4. 6 will beat it. You guys want to do anything? Or are you all holding actions again?
We're all holding actions. I gotta tell Werbin to step into that space between Calder and Vasquez. Hold the line.
Hey.
Okay. So you guys are ready. You're ready. And then their turn. All right. Bam, bam, bam. And yeah, like something out of a nightmare suddenly filling up the entire space there. It still has actions, but you guys get to use your triggered actions first. So what do you want to do?
Pew pew.
7 sorcery.
Holy shit, 27. Oh my god. Okay, so that's a great shot. That is 2 points of damage.
Sweet.
Great shot there, Wes. Opening salvo. All right, and then Werbin. What do you unleash? What is your attack? Lightning, I guess, right?
It's my lightning bolt. You betcha.
Lightning bolt as gout or arcing tongues of electricity leap out from the end of your hand and scorch this thing. Its black eyes reflecting the bluish light of your electricity. And then Roan, what are you doing?
I was using a cantrip, but I don't think I did any damage.
Well, that was your fray dice.
Yeah, my. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't. Did I not? I rolled fray dice. I haven't looked at this character sheet in a while. Cantrip, here it is.
Ooh,
not any better.
Okay, so no, that that one is a miss. So you misjudge, I guess. Like you didn't you've been, I guess your adrenaline is pumping like crazy. This thing bursts out and you hit some of the top of the cave. What did Galwood and Calder prepare?
They're waiting on melee attacks for if the troll moves in closer.
Okay, so the troll's got reach though, remember?
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
But so does Vaz.
So does Vaz, yeah.
So I guess Vaz is going to swing with her halberd.
Okay, so then I'll move this troll out a little further. And then go ahead, Vaz, with your attack. Oh, not good enough. All right, then it means this thing comes crashing in. We've got 4 eligible targets in the front there. Let's see who's taking the... I think it's going to focus all its attacks on... well, let's spread it around, actually. I will spread each of these attacks to different people, potentially. And I can't find another D4, so I'll do it twice. So you got 1, 2. So Werbin's getting 1. Galwood is getting 1. And then the bite is going to Calder. Oh boy. This rarely works out well for the henchman. All right, so first against Calder. That's a jack dice. Okay, so Calder is taking 1d10 damage. I forgot how bad the bite is. So Calder brings his club and shield up and kind of gets ready, and this thing bursts out and just chomps down, and you can hear the sound of his ribs collapse in as his armor does nothing to protect him, and he drops limp as the jaws retract. I'm just going to put a little X across him, and we'll lash out at the claw at Galwood. That's actually a miss. Oh, no, he's got leather armor on, so it's a AC 6. No, AC 7. That's 13 in 19, barely. So this massive claw swings over and barely misses him. And against Werbin, I for sure hit you. So you take 1 point of damage. This thing tags you with its massive. Here's the thing, guys. Bam, bam, bam. He had a friend.
Good. More the merrier.
Wow. Okay, so
can you heal somebody in the same round or after a round and they get something back? Do we think Calder's worth trying to pull out of there?
No, he's dead for sure.
Okay.
The only reason you guys get to survive past is because you get that ability to take heroic damage instead.
Okay.
Okay, so then, guys, let's roll initiative. You all triggered held actions here. Beat my 4. Ooh. Tie means we go to dexterity ties. I think you guys all have higher. Oh no, heroes go first. What am I talking about? It's Scarlet Heroes. So you guys get to go first. What are you doing?
Shooting the injured one.
Wow, nice. So that's 4 points. So one of them goes down, and we'll just use him as difficult terrain now for the other one. Right. Okay, so great shot, Wes. Next up, who wants to go?
Can Vasquez move forward 5 feet and take a swing?
Yeah. She'll have to move 10 feet forward, I think. Oh, no, just 5 probably for the range. Yeah. So move her up. Yep. Ooh. Werbin attacks with his lightning and tags him for 2 points of damage. Nicely done.
Vasquez with a miss.
Vaz misses again. God, these things are so tricky. You'd think that such big things would be easy to hit. What is...
Can she step back after she swings?
Can she step back? No, you can't. Oh, yeah, you can attack and move.
Okay.
Oh, no, you can't because she's in melee, and it would have to be... she would effectively get an attack of opportunity on her.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit this guy with an acid.
An acid thing? Okay. So he is... I'll give you +2 to hit because he's prone.
Okay. And I will add +2 to whatever this comes up as.
Oh, no. Not good. No. Okay, so that is, unfortunately not quite good enough with the ranged. If you were adjacent to him, you know what you could do, Chad? If you want to step up to where Calder is, I can say it's an auto hit. If you were adjacent, the risk is you're exposing yourself to that other troll, but that's okay. And then, so Wes is gone, Werbin's gone, Vaz is gone, Roan's gone. Is Galwood going to get in there, or actually let's make a morale save.
Check.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a morale check for Galwood here. Galwood passes. He's still fighting. Right. So what do you guys want to do with him?
He doesn't have a missile weapon.
He does not. No.
He's kind of out of the way right now, so maybe just stay where he is. Galwood, stay where you are.
Okay. So then the bite will be the blue. This troll charges forward on Vaz. Let's see how it does. Boom. Nat 20 with one of the claws.
Oh.
Yeah. And what's her AC?
DC is armor is 4.
4. Okay, so then she also hit with a bite.
Ouch.
Okay, so the claw tags her for 1 point of damage, and then the bite. Oh, none, no damage. I rolled a 1, so it connects, but she manages to get, I guess, her the halberd sort of wedged in the jaws, so it bites her, but doesn't, quite actually connect and cause any damage. Oh man. Okay, so then it is. I think that's the end of the round. It's initiative time. I rolled a 6. Beat my 6.
No.
5. No.
Right, Dave,
Okay.
you're up. Or
So
Steve.
Troll is going to chomp again. Nat 20 on the bite. She takes 4 points of damage from the bite.
Oh.
And he hits with a claw as well. She takes another point of damage. So she's taken 5 points of damage this round. Whew. So the bite, so she keeps it back for one moment, and then it kind of like, lurches further forward, and she screams as this thing chomps in on her torso, and then claws across her back. It seems to have taken a taste to her. Heroes are up. What are you guys going to do?
Yeah.
Wes, no.
No, he missed.
No. Shot goes wild. Roan. Oh, Vaz. Vaz swings wild again, too. Dag. Roan?
Roan is going to cast Cure Wounds on Vaz.
Nice. So I believe she heals, what, 2 plus 2d6? And so it's the Scarlet Heroes version of Cure Wounds, Sin the Mad Hack. I can't. Let me just quickly look it up here. I can tell you. It's I believe it's
I don't know how current my Mad Hack is.
Oh, fair enough. Let's see here.
I have a printed copy, so it's probably
Cure 2, yeah, here we go. Cure 2 points of damage plus the results of 2d6 healing dice. So she recovers 2 and then just roll 2d6 and compare it to the damage chart. Nice. Another 2 points. So she heals 4 points of damage from your cure spell. That's awesome. Nice. What does it look like when you cast Cure?
I don't know that I've actually healed somebody before.
No, I don't think so. I think it's all been negative energy stuff.
Yeah. What was she? No, she's not at 4. She was at 8. Plus 4. She should. No, not 84. Jesus.
He has more health than God.
I think it would almost be like it would be like an adrenaline shot in the heart.
Okay.
It would be, restorative but not rejuvenating but not relaxing.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So it's like a shock. Go. She's hit with just this wave of painful adrenaline. Okay, so then I guess that just leaves Werbin.
All right.
Unless Goldwood's going to go in.
I think we might need him to.
Is he feeling brave? Is he itching for a shot?
+1 to hit. Yeah. Go ahead. And then whatever Werbin wants to do. Ooh, not quite good enough.
Oh, 18.
Where did his token go?
He's hiding under the dead troll.
Oh, let me remove that dead troll. Boom, there he is. Okay, so where Werbin unfortunately misses in this, like, you can sort of picture this thing has like effectively chomped onto Vaz, so she's sort of struggling with this thing. So it's understandable why you guys missed, but that somehow left an opening for Galwood, and he manages to hit the thing for 1. Okay. All right. So then it is, I guess, end of the round. Initiative ties.
What was
Beat my 5.
Steve or Dave, your turn. I blew it.
Did they?
Wes is out.
3. Okay. So then, Wes is up and Wes is down. Once again, this thing chews into Vaz. Oh, once again, hits with the bite and hits with the claw, but fortunately does not crit with the bite this time.
Yay.
She takes, that's 3 more damage as this thing is chomping away on her.
Hit him back, guys.
Then it's you guys. Heroes are up. What are you doing?
Come on, guys. Smack him back.
Roan go first. I'm going to bless the party. So everybody will have +1 to hit and morale.
Nice.
+1 to hit and damage and to morale.
Okay. +1 to hit, damage, and morale. That's awesome. And I'm guessing that, like your healing, that's more of like a battle fury than it is like a blessing of gods, right?
Yeah. It's almost kind of like a black cloud hanging over everybody.
Awesome.
A black cloud that goes, go team, go. Go team, go.
Somewhere off, deep in the marsh there, Roan, you can hear the sound of something that sounds like a box full of cockroaches shifting.
No, I can't. I can't hear anything. I still have the silence down.
Okay, the rest of the party, what are you guys doing? You have +1 to hit, +1 to damage, and +1 to morale.
And a +1, that's a 9. That's 2 points of damage.
9, nice. So that's another really brutal shot, or incredibly accurate shot, I should say. You launch something and it lands in its skull. Go. Okay, Galwood doesn't quite pull out the mustard. What about Werbin? What are you doing?
Let's see here.
Yes.
Whoa, Vaz. So actually, as Werbin's about to cast something, Vaz finally knocks this thing off of her and then spins and brings the full force of her halberd down on this thing and severs its head.
Burn
and
it.
the head is still there going as it kind of moves forward. What do you guys do? Werbin, you can just use a cantrip. If you step forward, you can use a cantrip to just set fire to this thing if you like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So there's this like spray of burning. It's like a forest fire. It's like a blowing, burning leaves and detritus that consume this thing, and it's gone. And then for a pregnant pause afterwards, you guys stand at the doorway, and
we should head back.
Yeah, you do a quick calculus here of like, okay, we've lost 1 henchman already to 2 of them, and we don't know how many more are in there. Alasper Calder, we knew you.
Well, at least we can take him back, unlike Arn.
Yeah. So somewhere deep in the troll cave, something continues to feast. And we'll find out next time whether our heroes will have their vengeance. So cool.
Anything in the remains of these trolls that we can sift through quickly before we leave?
Oh, really? No.
No? Okay, didn't think so.
No. Okay.
Carrying a metal item or something.
No. Well, actually, here, let's take a look here. What do the trolls have as I'm sorry, I won't roll it up right now, but I will just let you know whether they do carry. Yeah, they do. Well, you know, they do have treasure, but it wouldn't be on them.
Yeah, it would be in their hidey hole or something.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. Well, let's move this back to the... You guys all head back safely. Let me make a random encounter roll, and if I do, then I'll stock it up for next time. So you make your way through the Barrowmaze. What are you guys, as we wrap up the session here, what is it that's running through your mind as you guys make your way back to Helix this time? Like, how are you feeling about the progress you made in this thing?
This was awesome. Wes is super pumped.
Nice. Okay, so you feel like you can do this, right?
Oh, yeah. He, only missed once and did a shit ton of damage and, found a spell book and a staff, and we knew it was dangerous. We knew that, it wasn't going to be easy, but we didn't even have the goblin with us.
I'm glad you're so excited, Wes. You can go in there next time.
Oh, man. Okay, cool.
Sure, Mr. Ren.
So let's see here. Let me get out of the game here, and we'll go out to the Roll20 call, and we'll commence the outro. Now, last time I did this at our Starfinder session, I actually accidentally hung up immediately. So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for session 33 of our ongoing Barrowmaze campaign. Once again, our heroes have taken up arms against a sea of troubles and have some things to show for it. Before we log off, I just want to double check and see where you are in XP, Roan, because I think you're still one level. You're level 4 right now, right?
Level 4, and I had 12 XP. I was 2 off from level 5.
Well, then, Roan, welcome to level 5.
Ding ding.
Because you gain 2 XP because of being a lower level than the other guys. The other guys gain 1 each, which puts, let's see here, Werbin, you will be at, where are you here? Werbs is at 17. You are 3 off from level 6.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty badass. And Wesley, what are you at? Let's see here. Wes Littlefoot is at 16 as well. Wait, did I say, hold on, what's Werbin at, 16 or 17?
17.
17. Oh, yeah, just that. Okay, so
Wes
Werbin
missed
is
a couple days.
Oh, and I think he may have the double XP thing sometimes gives you, if the math works out, that you just like, you pogo a little bit further ahead.
Yeah.
So he may have done that. So that's cool.
He also missed 2 sessions.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. So, all right. So you guys are getting closer to level 6 now. And wow. And what that means for Skurg, or not Skurg, for Roan, is that Roan now has access to 3rd level spells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be sure that I won't find more whispers waiting for me in those 3rd level spells.
Yes, more demons.
Regretting my heritage at the moment.
So good. Oh, man. So for those listening at home, again, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. You can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can also email me. And my email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. In addition, you can see that there's another link apart from the Madhouse rules to the Heroes Save Villages charity campaign. That's the charity fundraising campaign that we're running on the channel. I won't go into too much depth because I think I do this every week. But if you enjoy the session, you enjoy the content on the channel, I just ask that you consider clicking through and learning a little more about the Heroes Save Villages campaign and see some of the rewards we have on offer. Our stalwart halberd-wielding heroine, Vasquez, is actually a reward that one very generous donor claimed. So she was the creation of that donor, and then she's been in the campaign for about 3 months now, 4 months, quite some time. I think she's level 3 now then, because she advances at normal pace. She doesn't get double, but I think she's actually level 3. I need to update that. Bush League DM. Jeez. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank my players. So guys, Chad, Dave, Steve, thank you so much for playing today, guys. This was a lot of fun. Great way to break up the week.
Thanks, Kev. That was a lot of fun. Little troll hunting on hump day. Never heard.
Exactly. Nice. Cool. All right. Well then, guys, I will see you again soon. And for those listening at home, thanks again for watching, and happy gaming.